To you, 100 years in the future. This is Apex Sapien. What's up, people? So let me tell you something. You gotta start thinking differently how you like look at your life and how you look at yourself. See, too many people are still caught up from past shit and they never evolve past like, oh shit, I left my door open. But they never evolve past the past shit of their old like life. And so what happens is they never like evolve. And that's why you see like the constant like people who are like still living with their high school identity. They still go by high school names. They still do high school shit. They go in the bars, get fucked up on Friday. They stay with the same girl forever because they don't know anything better. They're scared of the future. And a lot of people just never evolve. They never get to the next level of life because they don't look at their life in the future. They look at their life as it is currently or from shit that happened in the past. And see, one of the things that I take from life is like I act as if I'm already there. Like I'm not acting as if I already lived my life. Like I'm merely just acting out the actions. But I look at my expiration date, which I imagine is going to be 135. I plan on being the oldest human alive. And I say, okay, here are all the things I want to get done and what I want my obituary to look like when it's fucking dead and over. Like when the game is done, this is what I want to say Apex Sapien look like. And so then I'm merely just living out my life as if I'm already there. I plan on being a world leader. I plan on being a husband. I plan on being a father. I plan on being an educator, a community leader, an activist, a builder. There's so many things I plan on being. So I act and not pretend, but I act as if I'm currently doing those things now. So by the time that reality catches up to me in 30, 40 years from now, you guys see me on the fucking shaking hands with China's world leader. You guys are like, oh, dude, this guy he's like a natural born leader. No, I conditioned my mind to be the leader. I didn't have to like wait till I got the position. That's the problem. A lot of you guys wait for opportunities to come up to you instead of making yourself available to be ready for the opportunity when it presents itself. Like the old adage, if you stay ready, you don't got to get ready. And I use this adage all the time. I train as if I have a fight coming up every fucking day. Every day I assume I have a fight. Like I got a fight lined up. There's a pay-per-view is going to pay me millions of dollars. And I'm going to go take on the best in the world. I assume that is where I'm going to be. So I don't let myself get out of shape and get fat and then lose my edge. I stay on the edge because I assume at some point in time I'm going to have to whoop a motherfucker's ass. That's why I train with the sword. That's why I train with the maces and the bows. Because I assume shit's going to hit the fan. And a lot of you motherfuckers need to start assuming the worst case scenario and start preparing to be the best case guy when the scenario does play out. And the way you do that is pretty simple. You set goals. Set goals, write the shit down, go do it, then smile, enjoy the rest of fucking life. That's it. You got to start thinking futuristic. And one of the things that happens is like when you start a business, it's like you can't be so caught up with the day-to-day activities. You can't, because you'll fucking lose your mind. One of the things I started doing, I started getting into like almost a small depression. Because my first couple of days when I was working, first couple of weeks, I was just making money. I was like, holy shit, this is the best. And I'm going crazy spending money. And then I had like a 2 or 3 day dry spell. And I started losing. I started getting scared. I started, do I need to go get another job? Do I need to go back? And what you start to realize is it all balances itself out. On those days where you're not doing so well, you do something. Do something that gives you positive momentum for the next day. Don't just fucking shoot it in and call it a fucking wrap. You have to understand, just like business, money comes in, money comes out. There's days where you got green, there's days where you got red. Now, the goal is to get your point to where the days where it's so green counterbalances the days that are red. And as you get better at business, what you'll find is you'll have frequently less red days. You have frequently less. And your green days are going to be a lot bigger. But that only works if you keep applying the same pressure that you started when you first got into it. See, and it's the same thing with relationships, like with your girl. However you start, that's how you have to finish it. So if you come in strong with all the emotional boo, maybe baby, and this, well, you need to do that throughout the whole entire relationship. But if you come in as a stoic, evenly killed guy that just shows a little bit of attention and affection, and you go on about your day, a little bit of attention and affection, go about your day, it works. It works. Because the secret is consistency. Whatever you're going to start doing, do that shit consistently. That's why some of you motherfuckers have, like, they fall and relapse into being fat or alcoholics and shit like that. It's like a lot of times you can't just cold turkey shit. Moderation. Extreme moderation is the key to everything in life. Like when you're training, you don't fucking, like if you're a fat person, you never train and you're all fat and you're out of shape and you got obesity and all this shit, You don't go out there and try to be a super athlete your first day. You start small. Look, I haven't walked in years. So how about this? I'm going to walk for 20 minutes. And you go out there and you walk and you walk and you walk. And then you come back home, you say, all right, I did 20 minutes. And you do that for 2 weeks consistently. You say, I'm going to raise it up to 25 minutes. And you walk and you walk. And then eventually you get up to the point where you're like, you know what, I think I can run for a short little time and then I'll walk. And then you run, you walk. You run, you walk. Then you build up to the running. And then you get to the point where I can run for 20 minutes. Then you can run for 30, 40. Now let me learn how to fight. Let me add some weight training. And you slowly amplify it. But you have to see yourself as the skinny person that's in shape. Even when you're a fat 300-pound motherfucker, you guys see yourself as 180-something ripped and jacked. You have to see that vision because that's what you're walking towards. You're living in today, and what you have to realize is the same thing goes negatively. So when you have dark thoughts in your mind and you think negatively of yourself, you eventually carry out those actions. So if you look at yourself as an alcoholic drunk, as a party boy, guess what? You're going to still look at yourself as an alcoholic drunk party boy, but you're going to be fatter, out of shape, and more worse off. And that's the thing. You got to think positively, and the universe rewards you. Like, your mind has little mental vibrations it sends out into the reality. And when you think these thoughts and you see yourself and have the vision and you walk in the path of light, everything kind of just works out for yourself. But this only works if you're willing to put the work in. That's the key ingredient, work. I hate to tell you, listen, God cursed us because Adam decided to let Eve eat that apple. He didn't pay attention, got caught slipping, and now we all got to suffer. But the suffering is good. Like, suffering is God's way of allowing man to become great. And the more you suffer, the greater you'll fucking become. But the key is, don't be suffering from external sources. Choose your suffering wisely, because we all got to suffer. But it's just like, if you choose your suffering wisely, usually the payout's a lot better, as opposed to just suffering and then not knowing what you're going to get in return, which is obesity, bad relationships, children out of wedlock, poor relationships, brokenness, all that other shit. Appreciate you listening.